are you saying?
As I said, there was an unforeseen problem once we got inside.
Inside? Inside his brain?
I know this is difficult to understand.
No, I do. I understand. It's just there's been some sort of complication, that's all.
With this kind of neurosurgery to restore his eyesight, as I said, it came with a high potential for failure and complications. I can know a lot before I operate, but I can't know everything until I get inside. And once I got inside, there was far more damage than I anticipated. A blood vessel...
All right, you know what? Just stop. Just stop.
What?
Just stop with all this doctor talk. Since the day you got here, you've been swaggering around town saying that you are the only person in the world who can perform this surgery on Noah, and that you had utmost confidence in it and in yourself. And now you are going to tell me that something went wrong?
As I said...
You said that you don't know the extent of the damage to Noah's brain.
That's correct, yes.
What's he going to wake up?
You and Noah knew about the risks, Mr. Snyder.
You know, I really can't believe you.
What?
Mr. Snyder. Really? After all of this, I want you to talk to me like a human being, and I want you to talk to me like someone who gives a crap about what happens to Noah, you selfish son of a bitch!
Look, just try to calm down.
What have you done? Is this why the Judd family is suing you?
What are you talking about?
Because you act like your job is filing papers somewhere in some stockroom, when really you're playing with people's lives. And then when something goes wrong and you lose one, you act like it was all just some calculated risk.
Lose one? What are you talking about? Is Noah all right?
I don't know, Mom. You're gonna have to ask his brilliant surgeon, who suddenly isn't so sure of himself.
Mr. Mayer is being moved to ICU from recovery. He won't be allowed any visitors until he's stabilized. If there's any change in his condition, I will let you know.
Luke, you need to calm down. What did Dr. Oliver say about Noah's condition? He's obviously out of surgery.
Yeah, and there was some sort of complication. They don't know if the surgery was successful or not. And worse, they don't know if Noah has brain damage, and they won't until he wakes up.
Baby, I'm so
All
sorry.
right, you know, doctors, they always stay on the side of caution. You know that, right?
Yeah, but Dad, you heard him. You heard how cold he was when he was talking about the fact that Noah might never be the same again.
No, your father is right. This is just how doctors talk.
No, Mom, not him. I know him. I spent months trying to get him to do this surgery, and hell, I'm the one that even brought him here. And if this doesn't happen...
Hey, how's Noah?
Hey, Molly. I didn't realize you were coming.
Yeah, I wanted to be here for you and Luke. Is Noah out of surgery yet?
Yeah, he's in ICU. Unfortunately, there have been some complications from the surgery.
Look, I've got to go get some air.
Hold on, give him a minute.
I don't think I've ever seen him this upset.
I'm glad I can.
Why didn't I see this? How did I miss it?
I heard about Noah Mayer.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the talk of neuro, maybe even maternity.
Doctor, your assistant said you did an incredible job in surgery.
I stopped a bleeder. It wasn't so incredible. Anyway, time will tell.
Now you're second-guessing yourself, and I suggest you don't do that. You know, having a human reaction to a patient in distress makes you more of a doctor, not less.
Gee, that's deep, Bob. Maybe your wife can embroider that on a pillow for your office.
In spite of your attitude, I know better. I know you.
This shouldn't have happened.
But it did. Doesn't make it your fault.
He's my patient. His health is my responsibility.
And you took that responsibility seriously. You knew what the risks were. There were no guarantees.
I always think I can do what I say I can.
Both you and your patient knew the odds.
I'm gonna go find the pre-op films, compare them to this.
I want you to go home.
What?
Look, you were in surgery for hours. You're exhausted. Go home. Get something to eat. Take a rest. No, he's going to be in recovery and then ICU for a long time before he wakes up.
I'm not leaving my patient.
You're not leaving your patient.
Bob, I'm not going anywhere, okay?
No, it's not okay. I want you out of this hospital. That's an order.
I'm sorry about dinner.
Well, this is where you're supposed to be.
It means a lot to me that you came.
I want to be here for you. I know your son needs you, but this is when the people you care about most in the world show up for you. Don't you think? Luke, are you all right?
Yeah, Mom, I'm really sorry you had to see me that way.
You were upset. It's okay.
Yeah, but I don't want you to worry about me.
We'll wait here with you, okay?
No, Dad. Noah's gonna be out of it for hours. I swear, I will call if I hear anything.
Luke.
Look, Dad, I promise I'm not gonna do anything stupid with Reid. Dr. Oliver, I swear.
I love you.
I love you too. Molly, thank you for coming.
I'm gonna do what Luke asked. I'm gonna go home.
Bob?
Hello, Luke.
Has there been any change in Noah since they moved him to the ICU?
No, not yet. This is going to take a great deal of time. Why don't you go?
Look, I'm not leaving, Bob.
That's what Dr. Oliver said, too. I'm his boss. I can order him to go. But I can't you. Look, this is what Noah and you wanted. Don't question that decision.
How can I not? I put my faith in Dr. Oliver. I trusted him and his judgment.
Hang on.
Luke, how could you leave Noah alone like that? Don't you even care if your patient dies?
Oh, you just don't know when to stop, do you?
I asked you a question.
You think I want Noah to die?
You said there were complications and you walked out. Who does that?
Every doctor on the planet Earth does that. And as for why I left the hospital, I was ordered out by my chief of staff.
Yeah, but since when have you listened to anybody's orders except your own? I mean, isn't that your reason for living? You're the great Dr. Oliver.
Look, I know you're upset about your friend.
My friend?
I'm warning you to be very careful about what else you say to me.
Careful about what? About calling you out? You don't fail, Dr. Oliver. Ever. Unless you want to.
Excuse me?
Just tell me the truth. Did you do this to Noah on purpose?
Did I? You're asking.
Just answer the question.
Answer what? You want to know if I deliberately tried to harm your boyfriend while I was operating on him?
That's just it. Even though Noah and I are broken up and have been for a while, you can't stand the fact that I still have feelings for him. You were so angry when you saw him with his arm around me before the surgery.
What are you talking about?
You can't stand the fact that I haven't fallen at your feet. You don't understand it because you get whatever you want, whenever you want, and the fact that you haven't gotten me is driving you insane.
The only person insane in this room is you.
Just admit it!
Which part? That I have feelings for you, or you think I have feelings for you, and thought that offing your boyfriend on the operating table was gonna give me a better shot?
Well, no, you didn't realize that. Not consciously, because that would mean that you would have to admit that you have feelings, and that goes against how you live your life. But when I rejected you...
You need to shut the hell up. What you're accusing me of is outrageous. I'm not going to listen to it anymore.
Why not? Why not? Because we're not talking about medicine or about how flawless and perfect you are? Because you gotta believe that, don't you? You can't have feelings because feelings aren't perfect. But you did have feelings about this, and those feelings messed you up. You made them mess you up.
I made them.
Well, then how else did this happen?
After all the time that you've spent with me, the care that I've given to the man that you told me that you loved, whether you're with him or not, you really think I have an investment in seeing him harmed? Or dead? That's who you think I am.
I have no idea what I think about you. I have no idea who you are.
Yes, you do. You can't look at me and tell me you don't know who I am.
Then how did this happen?
I wish... I don't know.
You told me that you would fix him. You promised. Noah couldn't handle being blind. So I gave him the one chance in the world he thought he had by bringing you here. And now, this. And if he's never the same again, if he doesn't make it through this, then I just...
You what?
I can't.
You can't what? You can't what, Luke?